What's up, guys? Iceman here. So in this video I'm going to show off some items that are coming to PD2 Season 3. These are new items that have been added to the game. Now these items are not godly as fuck. They were intended, I believe, to be items that were adequate to players going through normal and nightmare mode. Perhaps starting hell, or going through hell and still having shitty gear. And I think I can understand why they approached it in that way. Because if they make godly as fuck items that are new, it's going to change your whole endgame setup, potentially changing endgame builds and taking us even further away from the classic, memorable roots of Diablo 2, right? And a lot of these mods, they try not to do that so much. They want to keep the original feel and original memories to some degree while enhancing the experience, adding quality of life changes and so forth. So I think that's why they went this route here. And as you can see here, man, these items are pretty cool looking. They have these javelins. They have this Barbarian helm. I think that's called Quetzalcoatlus or something. It's like that ancient flying reptile dinosaur-like creature. Yeah, pretty epic. And then this paladin shield looks interesting. Looks very nice, these models. So yeah, they added in-game models, you know, graphic visuals at least. And so here's the first one. Now I think this shit starts, it might come with 3 sockets. Let me know in the comments. Does it come with 3 sockets? I don't know if that was a slam or whatnot, but the other ones it doesn't show any sockets. So I'm assuming it seems likely this shit starts with sockets. So that would be nice. And you don't have to waste a shard on it, and it'll just be very optimal for starter build. See, because it gives the Vigor Aura, and it's level 26 requirement. So you could probably find this, maybe Act 4, maybe Act 5 normal, and then through Nightmare, you could find something like this. Now, even though the Rogue Act 1 Mercenary, the Fire Arrow one, she starts with a Vigor Aura as well. When she hits level 17, I think, she can use it. But this will open up your Mercenary, and of course, it gives one a Necro skill, so it's just kind of nice. And you can put whatever you want in those sockets, maybe get some resist and all that. Oh, my bad. The Quetzalcoatlus one is the droid helmet. So here's the Barbarian one, which makes sense because it's like a feathered helmet. Here's a Barbarian one, level 28. Cyclopean Roar. That's interesting. Okay, so it actually casts Battle Cry on striking. So there's a video showcasing this item effect where the Barbarian is leaping around and then just casting the Battle Cry effect as quite a decent radius aura, just affecting all the enemies. I don't recall what Battle Cry does. Is that the one that blinds them or something? It doesn't do damage. I think that was War Cry that does damage, right? I don't know. We have to look up what Battle Cry does, but nonetheless. So it casts that shit on striking, 10% chance, pretty decent chance. And yeah, you can do it while you leap, because leap has some AoE damage now. +2 to War Cries. Faster run walk, very nifty for a starter. This is a level 28 item as well. So you can find this later in normal, I would think. Or throughout Nightmare and Hell, of course. 20% to leap attack, movement, speed. And it pierces enemy physical resistance. Now this is a mod that you'll see in other Barbarian helms as well. It's been added in PD2. So don't get too excited about that, but it is very beneficial. Alright, so it's a nice mod to have for sure. And here's the women. And I really like this effect of the javelins. And as you can see here, it displays on character nice and whitish like that. It really sticks out. It's called True Silver. Interesting name, and it gives 40 IES, so a ton of attack speed, some decent damage, and most notably, it gives a ton of attacker takes damage based on character level. Now, I think this Amazon was in the 80s, so this is close to max what you're going to be seeing. Crushing Blow, and Magic Find. So This is kind of oriented around an Amazon who uses jab and fend, you know, a physical Amazon. And then what the toad is this? Okay, here's the paladin shield that I think it has a very nice visual. Senkekker's Fall? The fuck? Alright, but nonetheless, level 29, very low requirement, but check this out. I mean, look at the graphic for one, but ignore target's defense. I don't recall seeing that on any item in game other than weapons. Right? Obviously, if you put a jaw in a weapon, you'll get that mod, but it has to be a weapon. I don't think there are any other fucking items in the game that give that. I don't know, let me know in the comments below. I'm pretty sure that's it. So, very uniquely, you can get this in a shield. And there's going to be, in Season 3, that paladin who emits all the elemental stuff. What's it called again? He swats with his sword, and it's that skill that nobody ever fucking uses, but it has a cool visual effect. He just hits shit and it does a lot of elemental damage. Shit. I can't remember what it's called. But that skill is going to be buffed for Season 3, alright? So you dogs can make a paladin around that skill. What the fuck is that called? Vengeance. Alright. With elemental damage, perfect for new vengeance changes. See? And the elemental damage is going to all synergize or just add to your vengeance skill. And it's AoE, I believe. So elemental damage on charms and weapons and gear is going to be sought after for these paladin builds, I believe. Now imagine Tiamat's Rebuke. Is that how you say? How you say it? Let me know in the comments below. Tiamat's Rebuke Dragon Shield. Because that shit has a lot of elemental damage. Plus it has some cool casting effects, Frost Nova and all this other shit. Hydra? Does it cast Hydra? I think it might cast Hydra. But yeah, imagine shit like that. I think I might, if I were to try one of these paladins, I'd want something like that. But yeah, I think this shield will be towed for that sort of paladin. It has mana per kill, which will probably benefit that build quite a bit. Alright, here we go. Here's the women. Here's another women weapon, the Mage Slayer. Kuhab? How do you say that? I don't think I've ever tried to say that. Kuhab? Let me know in the comments below. So, it's, I think I would... Quab? I don't know how the fuck to say it, but level 27 requirement. Check this out, dog. Concentration. Would this benefit an assassin like it kicks in if you have this in your offhand? And then like a high damage weapon in your main hand that you'll benefit the base damage from? Let me know. I can't quite remember how kick-sins have been changed or altered in PD2. But imagine, I mean, this shit could be endgame potentially if you can have that in your offhand. But I mean, nonetheless, you get concentration aura. A pretty low one, 3d6, but it's concentration, dog. That's pretty cool. Enhanced max damage per character level, and this must be a level 1 character because you're not getting shit from it. Due to Dragonflight. So some pretty basic skills, but yeah, the concentration aura is interesting. And shit, could you make an iron golem out of this? I'm guessing you could with a necromancer. So you could find this as a necromancer and pop your iron golem up and have concentration right there. Because before, the cheapest way to do that would be with Pride Rune Word, which is expensive as fuck. So now you can find this cheap little item and make an iron golem into it to add to your endgame necromancer. That might be told. Is that how you say? Okay, Tempest. This is another women item for the witch women, the caster women, the one who emits orbs and shit. So, Tempest Glowing Orb, level 25 requirement. This, I think, is actually a pretty damn decent item, dog. I ain't gonna lie. Because check it out, it can roll max 2 skills, and you could slam it for 3 skills. Faster cast rate, not bad. 70 to 115 mana, pretty damn good. Maximum mana increased by 20%, pretty damn good. Especially considering how Frostburns and SOJ has been fucked up the ass when it comes to their max mana mod. So 20% straight on this this orb is pretty damn good. Regen mana. But yeah, most interestingly on this, 30% chance to cast level 16 energy shield one struck. So early game, high energy shield right there. That's free. 8% chance to cast level 12 Frost Nova one struck. So very defensive as well. Let me know what you dogs think about that. Synergizes with telekinesis, yeah. So you could buff that up even more, the efficiency or whatnot with your energy shield with telekinesis right there. Quetzalcoatl helm. Quetzalcoatlus, I think is how you say that that ancient beast or whatnot. That's how you pronounce it, something like that. But Hawk Helm, level 29, 1 to droid skills, 1 to 2 to droid skills. Gust cooldown is now reduced by 2 seconds, so that's a really big deal. So you can be teleporting fast as fuck as a droid with this helm. FCR, life after kill, just some cold res and defense. But yeah, you get up to 2 droid skills and the cooldown of Gust. Now it's important to note this, does not remove 0.5 second cooldown, but saves lots of points, yeah. So you could get down to like the bare minimum pretty damn fast with this, saving a lot of points. I feel like this shit right here is, this has been changed. Check it out. 24% chance to cast level 18 multi-shot on striking. So of course you could be a sorceress with your enchant, which I think they are buffing this season. And you could just regular shoot shit, I guess, and hope for multi-shot once in a while. But I think more practically, what this might be, the idea behind this might be, in actuality, for a multi-shot Amazon. All right, now hold on, dog. Let me explain. Imagine how many fucking multi-shots you're going to be emitting if if 1/4 of the time you're going to be casting an additional multi-shot, nearly 1/4 of the time. Couldn't that be like a 25% damage increase on average DPS? Some shit like that? I feel like that's kind of what it breaks down to, man. This is almost a 25% damage increase right there on average DPS. You're running maps and shit, primarily just using multi-shot. And it has decent damage. Doesn't this shit do other interesting things? Okay, Pierce. Unfortunately, I don't think your multi-shot arrows explode. Do the center 3 explode? I don't think they do. I don't think they take advantage of those effects. They do take advantage of amp damage and so forth, but I don't think the arrow explode thing applies to multi-shot at all. Not even the center 3, but I'm not entirely sure. I know it certainly doesn't apply to the whole fucking strand of arrows. Okay, so up to 299 damage, that's pretty decent. I think this stuff is basic. This is what's been here before. Pierces physical resist a little bit, which is a pretty big deal. And this is really interesting. Demon Imp. You can summon Demon Imps, those little motherfuckers, I believe, who are in Act 5 by Shank and the Bloody Foothills. The little guys who, the little mage guys are right in this area where I'm at right now, and they just teleport around and shoot like Fireball or Firebolt or something. So that would be cool to have an army of those guys. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Ice Boy might want to make a Necro again this season. I mean, shit, it's really tempting just to do it from the start. As much as I want a godly as fuck Light Sork, Necromancer's just chill, dog. You can sit back, watch videos, hang out, let your homies do a lot of the work. You know, just chill. I like to summon Necro. Army King Leoric is all the same, with 2 additions. You may summon 2 additional skeletal warriors and 2 additional skeletal mages, alright? So 4 additional skeletons. I mean, this will be told as fuck. Because right now, I'll show you in a minute here, my homie has 8 mages and 8 warriors. So, yeah, quite a nice addition to the army. I don't think they're getting any other buffs. I think hopefully not any nerfs. But yeah, just imagining my Necro with like 4 more minions, it's pretty cool. I feel like this bow, this is the same shit as what it was last season, because I fucked around with it a bit. I used Strafe on like a sorceress, and then she would cast Blizzard when she'd hit shit, or a Barbarian even. But yeah, just an interesting bow to fuck around with. 0 skill Strafe. And Blizzard on striking. This shit was there last season, wasn't it? Okay, but Treachery has been altered some more now. Perhaps to its benefit, depending on your build, alright? Because now it casts Psychic Hammer when struck, 35% chance. I don't know how much damage that does, so I'll have to look that up. But kind of interesting. Doesn't it knock back or something? 25% chance to cast? Maybe it doesn't, I'm not sure. I believe Mind Blast does. 25% chance to cast level 15 Venom on striking, so it no longer has Fade at all. In PD2, of course, I had Lesser Fade, which had a pretty shitty effect compared to a regular Fade. I think it gave you like 15 or 20 Resol at max. The one that was on Treachery, but now all the other mods are the same. So yeah, basically you get the Psychic Hammer and the Venom, and you don't have Fade anymore. This is probably a pretty big deal for endgame Paladin, Dragon builds or whatnot. You can now summon an additional Hydra with Dragon. And I believe you can make that in a shield as well. So yeah, there are builds around this, I believe. See, because it has 12% chance, cast level 18, 28, Hydra on striking. Pretty big deal. I've never screwed around with something like that. I kind of want to. Peace, an additional Valkyrie now. And in PD2, can't you have 2 Valkyries when it hits level 20? So if you have a level 20 Valkyrie, you could have 3 Valkyries in total with this armor on. That would be kind of nice. And a level 30 Valkyrie, you could have 4 Valkyries if you're wearing this armor. And it's not base level 20, obviously. It's added. It's with all your gear points added as well. So as long as you surpass 20 or get to 20, you'll have 2 Valkyries without this armor. So yeah, quite toad. Here we go. Now the Barbarian, we're wearing Tooth Row, which is kind of an endgame armor now. He now kind of looks the part a little bit more. Maps have been changed a little bit. See, I think a bit more simplified or something in their layout. They just look more simple. That's not bad. There we go. That's it, dog. So yeah, I'm curious what you guys have to say about that. I mean, it's tempting, you know, because I could make another Necromancer. And here's mine with 8 and 8. I mean, he has golems as well, you know what I'm saying? Up to 4 in total is what he can summon right now. But yeah, I mean, this shit with 4 more Skellies would be pretty interesting. And of course, yeah, it just gives you straight up an additional 2 for each. So that might be fun. But let me know in the comments below, what kind of character do you intend to play at this point for PD2 Season 3? What build and character type do you want to play as? Like I said, I was really thinking the Lightning Sword, because you can make Infinity and Doom and Staffs now. And Staffs come with base FCR, up to 50 that you can get on Elites. All the Elite Staffs spawn 50 FCR. And so you can make an Infinity in that shit, and whatever else. There's been a few other minor buffs as well for like the Stabs and Infinity in itself. So Infinity gives, what is it, 35 FCR now as well. That's the buff I'm referring to. So things like that, you know, and that would be cool. For once, he'll be an optimal sword wielding a staff. But yeah, with this new buff to Armor King Leoric, I mean, I was already like, well, maybe I should just do a summon Necro because they're fun as fuck. I mean, mine's only level 86 right now because my best Necro is the Poison that I made initially. But I like to summon more, but I wanted to keep the Poison as well was the thing, so... Because I got him to level 90 with Summon before I respect him to Poison. Alright, so most of my play has been with this kind of Necro. It's just my current Summon one is a shitty level. So it would be interesting maybe to amp one up in Season 3. It wouldn't be too difficult to get him beyond level 86, of course. But I don't know, let me know what you guys are going to run. And I'd like to thank my patrons. And I have had 2 recent patrons lately, Fizz Joker and Chris Kelly, both of which are pledging $10 a month each. So very nice, and really appreciate that, you guys. So thank you for your support. I was stoked to see the email of that notification. It was very exciting, you know, really rewarding making videos, playing Diablo 2, especially with all this new shit coming out. We have Resurrected coming out. You know, some mixed feelings on that a little bit, but who the fuck doesn't have that? Well, probably a lot of folks don't have that, but just not anything too severe, you know. Part of me also wonders, how is the art style going to affect us? Because we're kind of used to this art style, and I wonder if it's going to weigh in over time, just the new fucked up graphics. Even though you can revert back to old school graphics, but then you're not going to have widescreen, so why the hell would you do that? Because widescreen, you're going to benefit some, I think. So there's that, and then you have Diablo 4 coming out, and I'm trying to remain optimistic for that. So I'm thinking that's going to be potentially a really good time, Diablo 4. And I mean, now they have competition. They have Path of Exile to compete with, and many other of these isometric RPGs, action RPG game types that they didn't have out when Diablo 3 was around and came out. You know what I mean? So Blizzard might have to up their ante, and I think they know this. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's a damn good time to be interested in Diablo. You know what I'm saying? So this is tote as fuck to gain support from you guys for playing Diablo and making Diablo videos. So to my patrons, especially to my 2 recent ones, may your finances be blessed. And the same goes for all my patrons. And may you have many wives. More videos to come. Peace be with you.